Welcome back to the My Online Schooling Podcast, the place where we talk to staff, parents and pupils to find out more about life at the online school. On today's episode, we're talking Laughtercise with Aaron Betesta. We're going to discover what exactly Laughtercise is, how you encourage children of all ages to exercise, and what families can do to keep kids active. So let's dive straight in and discuss exercise and Laughtercise with Aaron Betesta. Aaron, thank you for being here and welcome to this episode of the podcast. How are you doing today?
Really good. Great to see you, Simon. Yeah, I've just been out for a run, had my dinner, had my sarnie. Feeling good.
Excellent. Good bit of exercise then. What's your ideal distance to run in that case?
Anything, long, short. Love doing intervals really fast. So it really hurts, but it's enjoyable. And I love doing anything like that, or just running for 5 or 10 miles.
Now, we're going to be talking about a few things on this episode, including Laughtercise. So we're going to unpack and find out lots more about what that's all about. But first of all, Aaron, I wonder whether you can just tell us a little bit about your own education. So where you went to school, what your own experience of school was like.
School. I loved primary school. It was incredible. I live in the village where I went to primary school. It was brilliant. I did all the sports. We were football champions. We were short tennis, cricket. We did everything, and I think competitive sport was very enjoyable for me at school, and also just activity of running around and having a lot of fun. So primary school, I absolutely loved primary school. And then secondary school was the same. I just loved all the activity. I didn't really like sitting down that much. I got pretty good grades, but I just loved moving.
Okay, well, let's unpack that a little bit more in that case, because clearly that all led on ultimately to Laughtercise. Just tell us in a nutshell, for someone who's a parent maybe and hasn't actually understood what Laughtercise is, just tell us what it is, what it's all about.
So Laughtercise is laughter and exercise. So for children, it's just making movement and exercise fun. Because children, especially younger children, they don't really want to exercise. They don't want to work out and do lunges and do squats. They just want to move in a fun way. So the sessions we do for my online schooling are all themed. They're like haunted house, they're Olympics, and we get children move into a theme so that we're not just saying do 10 squats. We're like, okay, let's do some jumping squats over the moving alligators and use your imagination. So it's just fun. It's just movement made fun.
So it's encouraging children of a certain age to move, to exercise, but doing it in a fun way where they don't see it as a kind of, oh no, it's time for doing that, where they instead would be looking forward to it. Is that right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's a really good quote. I can't remember who said it, like work made fun gets done. And when I was a personal trainer, I always focused on making exercise so much fun that the person doesn't realise how hard they're working and getting their body active. And because our sessions are so fun, there's a lot of smiles, there's a lot of giggles. We do a lot of the laughter sounds. So there is a lot of smiles, and it's great to see from the children.
So which age children is this most suitable for at My Online Schooling?
It's aimed at primary age children. So the style of the sessions we do are very fun, very playful, and yeah, so it's specifically aimed at primary, but secondary can still very much enjoy it. And we do a lot of breathing videos and in the sessions, and we find the best feedback from children is the breathing exercises, which was a really surprise to us when we first started out. So in terms of secondary, there's no reason why they can't enjoy all the breathing exercises, because there's no kind of age to doing, the breathing exercises that we do.
So you mentioned these breathing exercises. How do they actually look in a lesson? And is this something we could actually do on a podcast recording like right now for the people listening to this?
Yeah, no problem. So one of the ones we do breathing ball, where if you imagine you've got like a ball in front of you, both your hands, you put your one hand under the other, and it's like you're holding a ball, and then your top hand, as you take a deep breath in, it comes up, so that your hand's coming up, and then you take a deep breath out, it's coming back down. So your bottom hand is staying where it is, it's like it's holding the ball, and then your top hand's going up and down like the ball's being inflated.
Okay, can you take us through this?
Of course, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. So hands in front, your bottom hand down, holding the ball, your top hand on top of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then you take a deep breath in, your top hand comes up. You take a deep breath out, it comes back down. And then back to the starting position. And then you keep going. And you really fill up your lungs as you're doing it. You can close your eyes or keep them open if you want. And you just feel that air coming in.
That's good.
And then we say to the children, just imagine that ball being inflated up. And then it's coming back down.
Aaron, this is amazing. I'm actually doing this. I'm doing the hand movement. I mean, yeah, you can see me doing this, but people listening can't see this. But I'm actually doing this at the same time. It's amazing how that is so much different to you just saying, breathe in and breathe out. The actual movement of your hands at the same time, for some reason, seems to change it. Why is that?
Yeah, so for children, it's because they're visualising the hand going up and down. It's the motion of it. It's like the breath being kind of shown to them. So it's quite powerful for adults as well to kind of make it physical with your breath, so you can connect with it a little bit better. And yeah, and it's a really good one to do with children.
Wow, that's really good. Talk to me a little bit more about how the actual lessons look then. I mean, how long are they? And apart from the breathing exercises, what else would you take the children through? What might a typical lesson look like?
So each session is half an hour. So we do a big introduction to the children. We say hello to each of the children because it's great to see them all around the world. And it's really powerful for us to kind of be in front of children all around the world. So we've built up relationships with the children, and they kind of know us, and we know them. And then we also have a theme to each lesson. So the last one we did was Olympics, and the children had to be strong Olympians and win their gold medal. So we started the session off getting strong and showing how strong you are with deep breathing and getting warmed up, because obviously, as you know, Olympians need to be warmed up before they start. And then we go through all different like Olympic activities like javelin and boxing and karate and moving about in a fun way. And then we do like a 100-meter sprint, running on the spot for 10 seconds, fast as you can. And then, right, you've won a bronze medal, but you need to go quicker. So we're going to go quicker this time. And then we win a silver medal. And then we win a gold medal. So it's really difficult as well. It's hard. I'm sweating when I'm doing it. And the children are just bouncing about, and it's brilliant to see. And then we do some brain buzz games. So we get children thinking about different techniques they can do with their hands and moving them about. And then we end the sessions with breathing, kind of to calm the children down after a load of activity. So it's a bit of everything crammed into 30 minutes.
So it sounds to me like you're properly passionate about having children exercise as much as possible, but in this kind of fun way. Obviously, during lockdown, Joe Wicks rose to fame, and suddenly the whole world seemed to know who Joe Wicks was and everything that he was doing with whole families at home. I'm guessing that that was a movement that supports your cause. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, that was great to see. And obviously a load of families did all them sessions. And it was, because children, they just want to move and they just want to have fun. And that's it really. And we're really privileged and proud to kind of see children around the world moving, and we're impacting children's lives around the world. It's beautiful.
So tell me then what the science is behind children and moving and laughter and enjoyment. I mean, how does all of that fit together to build them into being, more all-rounded children today? So
we built our branding and style and sessions just based on, because I'm partnered up with a business partner called Harriet, and she's just exactly like me. We're quite fun and playful. So we've just made everything as fun and playful as can be. We did all the research. We've looked at everything online around what children watch online, virtually, and also in person. And we just wanted to do fitness kind of sessions that are so much fun that children just do not realise that they are moving about and having, a lot of activity. And then with the breathing exercises, it just helps to calm the children's minds down after obviously 30 minutes of activity, and then also just to help them with the stress and anxiety of the world. So in terms of the science, I've done a bit of research into kind of playfulness and laughter, but it's just having fun, and we try and keep it really simple and not really overanalyze everything. And just, if a child is moving about and they're bouncing about, getting active, doing deep breathing, then they're going to be much more happier and content after that session.
Talk to me a little bit about mental health. How does exercise like this help mental health in children?
Well, for my online schooling sessions, we get children, we ask the question of how do you feel today, and do it in your, like, where your hand is in your body. So if you don't feel that great, your hand is right down near your foot. If you feel brilliant, your hand is like as high as you can reach to the sky. And children at the start of the session would like maybe half the way down or up to the head. And then after the session, we ask, okay, well, how are you feeling now? And all the children are like much more higher and maybe a bit showy-offy and like, oh, right up here. But I think they are being kind of honest that they feel better. And in terms of mental health, I mean, as adults, we know when we go for a run, when we move about, it just helps to shake off the cobwebs, and children just want to move. And I mean, it's difficult. We have to kind of sometimes calm children down on the sessions because they're going absolutely ballistic, and we have to kind of bring them into the session. But that's all a challenge. So it's really good.
Do you feel like the pandemic has been, I mean, clearly the pandemic's been very bad in a lot of ways, but from a bad situation, sometimes you get small good things that happen. And do you think that people recognise the importance of exercise much more so than before the pandemic? I'm thinking that during the pandemic, when restrictions were so tight that, well, certainly here in the UK, we were only allowed out once a day for exercise, and suddenly you start to value it a little bit more. Am I right? Am I wrong? What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's a mixture. When we first went into that lockdown, I think, as you said, everyone appreciated that time out. Like, well, I've only got one time out. I've got to make the most of it. And you go off for like a 5-mile run. And there was a peak. I mean, I've read all the news articles. There was all these peaks of physical activity, and then it's kind of coming off now as we exit out of the restrictions. So I think people have learned lessons and put in better behaviours. But from my history of being a personal trainer, it is very difficult and challenging as individuals to prioritise physical health. We are our own worst enemies. And then obviously if you don't prioritise physical health, your mental health suffers as well. So it's really difficult to get adults to remain active, and it's difficult to get children to remain active. But I think there's a lot of work done by schools. You look at my online schooling, I look at LinkedIn every day, and the wellbeing focus is brilliant. So, you know, the lessons they've learned from kind of the restrictions is brilliant, and they're giving their children, their pupils, some brilliant material to keep active and keep their minds happy and healthy.
So what can families be doing to keep that activity remaining high? I'm thinking after the sessions are finished, maybe it's the weekend, maybe there's no connection at all between the family and school, or the family and the service that you provide. What can families be doing? What can mums and dads be doing to keep the children active?
So what we do on the session, we always say to children, you know, show to your parents, because we do some fun activities that some of them are challenging to adults as well. So just do them with the children. Keep asking them questions about the activity they've done. We've got the free videos, and the children have sign-ups to all our videos on our website. So there's 20 videos. There's chill videos, yoga. There's like full-on wiggling giggle sessions. There's brain buzzers, there's body buzzers. And as adults and parents, you can do them with your children, and it's fun. And so I'd really recommend getting on and doing it with your children and just being as playful as you can with them.
How important is it for parents to lead by example when it comes to activity?
I think, yeah, very. I mean, I've got a 4-month-old baby, and I've been doing like, oh, he wants to play now, and he's looking at my face like, oh God, this is the face of playfulness. And I think it is really important to lead by example and remain active. And you know, children look up to their parents of wanting to have that time with them. So there's nothing better than doing a bit of movement and fun with your children. If it's a bit of dancing, if it's one of our videos. It's just fun for the whole family.
Yeah, I think we all know that feeling, don't we? When before we go to a gym, we're thinking, oh, I don't want to go, or we start making excuses. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. But whether it's the gym or whether it's going out for a walk or going out for a run or just doing some kind of family activity together, after you finished it, invariably it's the case of, I'm really glad I did that, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's loads parents and children can do together, because not every child wants to do yoga or to go, bonkers for half an hour or do a chill video, but there's always something that they want to do, and then the parents can choose what they want to do with them, and then you kind of like, it's wearing your children out for half an hour so that they can be a bit more chilled out, and it's better for you as a parent because you've got a more chilled out child, and it's just nice and active for the family. And yeah.
Given the nature of my online schooling pupils being based at home, do you feel like it's even more important for these children as opposed to other children in a more traditional bricks and mortar school? Is it more important for these children to spend time focused on exercise in a fun way like this?
Yes, incredibly important. And the sessions we do, the children do it together, and they can see each other and they can interact with each other. So it's like playing on a virtual playground. And because our sessions are themed, like Olympics or like a safari, is they do it together and they're having fun together. And we be interactive with the children, so we ask questions and what medal do you get at the Olympics if you finish second, and things like that. And so that obviously the children are really willing to answer that. And yeah, it's to remain active on a kind of virtual playground, because the children will be doing their English, their maths, their science, and then to kind of go on the playground, if you like. It's really important for them to kind of connect with their friends, and it's really beautiful to see on the sessions where there's a little a child who says, "Oh, hello, Simon. It's really good to see you," and they're asking each other questions and stuff, and it's to have that little playtime. It's really good.
I love the way the school is clearly providing this and prioritising this as a service, so that gap can be bridged between some of those areas that a traditional school might include, that some people might say, well, what about this in an online school? So it's really good to hear that. Aaron, where could parents go and find out more about this? Is there somewhere with My Online Schooling that they could find out about how this works?
Yeah, so there's a page and a portal on My Online Schooling's website, and you can ask the team any questions you like. And then our website, so www.laughtercise.co.uk. So then you can look at our free videos. So there's 6 free videos on there, and you can look at our style, and then get in touch with My Online Schooling and see if your child wants to get involved in what we're doing.
Perfect. And your website again, laughtercise.co.uk. And how do you spell Laughtercise?
So it's laughter, CISE.
Okay, the word laughter and then CISE.co.uk.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, look, Aaron, thank you for being here. Thanks for explaining all of this to us. It's really good of you to give up your time, and feeling inspired now. I think I might go and hit the gym myself later on today. But thanks for your time, and thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Good. Great to see you, Simon.
So that was Aaron Betesta talking all about why it's important for My Online Schooling students to have a larger focus on exercise, and exactly what Laughtercise is all about. A big thank you to Aaron for his time coming onto this episode of the podcast. Now, our next episode is coming out soon, but in the meantime, thank you for listening to this one. Don't forget to follow or subscribe so you can stay in touch, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.